don't think it hurts an animal when we stab them in the throat?
No, I think it doesn't hurt.
It doesn't hurt them?
Shut the f*** up, don't come with your crap.
Do you know what you're watching here? Have you seen videos like this before?
Yes, I have.
You have? Yeah.
And it's disgusting.
Disgusting? Yeah. Doesn't make you feel...
I still eat in McDonald's though.
You do? Why? Why do you choose to still eat it if you think it's disgusting?
I think it's the society, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. We're conditioned.
It's like it's forcing you to do that all the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not physically forcing you, but mentally somehow.
Absolutely. What do you think about it when you see this? How does it make you feel?
Yeah, it make me feel bad, but for me, I'm eating meat, I'm eating like this, but I guarantee the way how they deal with the animal till they kill them, but not that's bad ways. And if you choose to stand out like these guys and be this brave, you will hear a lot. Because in my family, I try sometimes. I try to be vegan.
Yeah.
Didn't work out. Like my mom was, this is bullshit, this is not true.
Yeah.
I even talked to my sisters about, I used to wear all those jackets with a lot of fur.
Yeah.
And now I'm like against it, and I'm trying to tell my sisters like, this is bullshit, they don't treat animals like this.
They don't believe you. Have you showed them the videos? Have you sat down and watched?
I have, but it's like, for them, they tell me all the time it's propaganda.
Really? This is the standard industry practice, and even if they were treated really, really well, ultimately we're not talking about treatment, we're talking about why are we using them at all, because all the animals that we eat have to go to the slaughterhouse to be killed before we can eat them. Yeah. Right? So do you think that there's a reason or a need for us to eat animals? Do we have to do it, or can we survive without animal products?
Actually, in my mind there is two different thoughts related to religion like this.
Yep.
So like maybe God created those animals for us, some of them to eat and some of them not to eat, and which we eat, God make a specified way how to deal with them to kill them. Okay. Not any other way. So if it has been killed in any other way, it's not accepted to be eaten. So from my religious point, okay, we have, but in rules, not any kind of animal.
Okay. So no religion on earth mandates that we have to eat animal products, which means no religion on earth says you have to eat animals, right? So therefore it's a choice. So why would we choose to be cruel when we can be kind? If we don't have to eat animals, why would we want to slit their throat for and put them through that if we can just eat other things instead?
Yeah, of course.
Right?
I appreciate your stance. And,
but you're Muslim? Yeah. So if I wanted to convert to Islam, for example, could I do that as a vegan? Could
yes,
I?
Of course.
I could. So I could be Muslim and be vegan.
Yes, of course.
Which means anyone can.
It can be. It's your choice. But maybe like that's the great Creator Allah know what's best for you. So He lets you to eat animals and let you to have meat, protein like this, like that. So I think Allah's plan it's more successful, not our plan. So that's my thoughts.
Have you seen footage from a halal slaughterhouse?
What?
Have you seen footage? Have you watched them kill the animals in a halal slaughterhouse?
No, I haven't seen.
Because I have seen it, and I can tell you that it is probably some of the worst footage I've ever seen in my life. It is really, there's no difference.
Yeah, of course. But maybe in our countries, no, we do it separately by our hands like that, not like.
And so what I'm saying is, in the moment when you take that blade and you pull it across the animal's throat, it's the same everywhere in every country. It's a knife slitting their throat, and they don't want to die. They don't want to die. We have a choice to be either peaceful on this planet or contribute to unnecessary violence. Now, if we don't need to eat animals for any reason, then why would we contribute to unnecessary violence? How old are you?
I'm 24.
24, okay. So you know that you can make decisions on your own, even if your family don't agree with it.
And I'm trying little by little, like I do my stuff. I don't buy fur anymore.
Yeah.
I try to eat healthy, not because it's good for my body only, but because it's good for the environment, for the animals.
Yeah.
I tried to be vegan, that was really hard though.
Okay, tell me, what was the hardest thing? What's holding you back from just committing to it?
Giving up chicken.
Chicken? Easy. I had something today that tasted just like chicken. I bought it from, actually my husband bought it.
Yeah.
It's made from soy. I don't know what the brand is because it's Norwegian and I can't understand it. But it was made from soy and it was in like little pieces. It was frozen. We fried it up. We put it in pita with hummus and tomatoes and lettuce and cucumber. It was great, like pita wraps. It was delicious. It tasted like chicken.
Yeah, they have a crispy no chicken thing here.
No, it depends on believing, on point of view. So
yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Do you believe in violence? Like, do you want to live violence?
Of course not.
Right.
Of course
so
not.
all I'm saying is this: we should align our actions with our values.
You know what?
There are
I don't have
alternatives.
actually any excuses, to be honest.
Yeah.
But I try, like say, I tell myself you can eat chicken, but when you go, like when I went to Malaysia for the summer holiday, instead of just doing jet ski, we were cleaning the ocean from plastic. They were like, okay, then I can eat chicken with
Okay, so you're trying to, like, one good deed justifies a bad deed.
We don't have time to justify anymore.
We don't. And do you know what? Cleaning the oceans is fantastic, but do you know what the #1 polluter in the oceans is?
No.
It's humans eating fish. It's the fishing industry. You know, all the plastic and the nets that break off, that's what's causing the most amount of pollution.
I was just reading actually yesterday about the shrimp industry. It's disgusting.
Shocking, yeah.
So we didn't create those animals, okay? So we don't understand how they feel when we slaughter it.
And you know what? There was once upon a time in history.
The great creator understand better than us.
Do you think the great creator wanted to cause so much violence?
Sorry?
Do you think the creator wanted to cause so much violence when we don't need to? Because once upon a time, men used to say that women were ours to own.
That's why I believe my creator do it in some specific way, and he know better than anyone. He has also created that if this hurted them or not. So
you don't
I
think it
believe
hurts
that
an animal when we stab them in the throat?
No, I think it doesn't hurt.
It doesn't hurt
No.
them? Okay, if I had an animal here, if I had a dog here right now, and I gave you a knife,
So
would you stab this dog?
We didn't kill dog.
You don't. Why don't you kill dogs?
Yes, because our God ordered us that it's not can be eaten and we cannot eat.
But you know, in some countries they eat dogs. Because there's no difference between a dog and any other animal.
Yes, but
in terms of their ability to suffer, if I had a dog or a pig here, or a chicken or a cow, if I had all these animals lined up and I gave you a knife and you stabbed them all, they would all scream, they would all bleed, they would all try to get away, and everybody here would be screaming in horror and terror, wanting to stop the violence. So if we want to have a clean ocean and we want to help the environment, then the first thing we need to do is stop eating animals. Otherwise we're doing one good thing, but then we're cancelling that out by doing the bad thing that's causing the problem in the first place.
And I think today we don't have any time anymore.
We don't. We actually don't. Yeah. So you know a lot of this.
I want my grandchildren to live, you know.
Right. Well,
I want them to have a good life.
You
and
know,
I think we destroy so much of it, and I don't know. I don't know if I could tell my grandchildren, because I was an asshole.
Look, the thing is, you probably won't get to the point where we're going to have grandchildren, to be honest. The scientists, the United Nations have said we've got less than 11 years before we have irreversible damage to the climate. So we don't really even have the thought of what about our grandchildren. We may not actually make it as a species if we don't change now.
Actually, we have to care more about human beings who are killed in the same way in our countries, in Syria and in Iraq and all those places.
Do you think when you eat animals, that helps people in Syria?
Sorry?
When you eat animals, does that help people in Syria, or does it not relate it at all?
There is no relation.
Right. So we can help people in Syria and we don't have to eat animals at the same time.
Yeah, but there is priorities, maybe. So finish our first priority, then go to the second one. So this is for me, it's second priority.
So do you know that a lot of the Syrian refugees that are brought to Europe are forced to work in these slaughterhouses?
Sorry?
A lot of the Syrian refugees that are brought to Europe, right, in the UK, for example, they say, yes, you can come and live here, but you have to work in the slaughterhouse. So what they do is they exploit people as much as they exploit animals. They take people out of a war-torn country and they make them work in conditions where they're stabbing animals all day and they're covered in blood, and these people have mental health problems and they are suffering, and we're paying for it as consumers. Every time we go to the store or in a restaurant and we eat these products, we are paying for people to work in horrible conditions that they don't want to be in. So it's not helping humans and it's not helping animals.
You know, I work as a public speaker.
Do you?
Yeah. So one of my cases was to tell the minorities groups about the environment, what's happening. And I think this is the biggest issue we have in Norway. We only talk to the majority. We only talk to Norwegians. We don't talk to those with minorities.
Yeah, we need to talk to everybody. Also, the environmental problems that we're having on this planet, the leading cause of environmental destruction is animal agriculture. Now, it doesn't matter how those animals are killed, it's the breeding of billions of animals on the planet that is causing massive problems on the planet. So that's bad for humans as well. What planet are we going to live on? The fires in the Amazon at the moment, did you hear all about that? The Amazon rainforests have been burning for weeks. A lot of that is due to animal agriculture. They clear the forest to grow crops and for grazing.
Yes, I understood.
So that's not helping people either. We help each other when we stop eating animals and we stop contributing to such a horribly dangerous and violent industry.
And they don't care about the environment at all.
Yeah.
I never met people like minorities that really doesn't care.
They don't care.
And it's funny because my mom and dad are really religious. They're Muslims.
Yeah.
Very religious.
Yeah.
Or they call themselves that.
Yeah.
But if you're religious, you know, in Islam, you have to protect this earth. When I tell them about it, it's like, shut the f*** up, don't come with your crap.
Yeah,
and it's really sad.
That is sad.
Of course, but for my point of view, this is very, very narrow.
It's narrow, not to cause violence unnecessarily?
Yes, because we didn't create them and we don't know what's helpful for them or what is harmful.
We know that it's harmful to stab them in the throat when they're screaming and bleeding and don't want to die. If you watch the footage, you'll see that they're trying to get away. No animal goes willingly to their death. No one wants to be stabbed in the throat.
You don't know, you didn't get inside an animal.
Are you watching? I am inside the animal when I...
Stop this talking, please.
Another this
Thank
talking?
you.
No, I'm really sorry that you're so close-hearted at the moment. I thought you'd be more open. As someone who believes in peace...
But with my thoughts, okay? So
that sounds very closed if you're supporting violence unnecessarily.
Can I go?
You can go, but I feel very sad about this.
Okay, you can talk to somebody else.
Yeah, all right, cool.
The West can't do anything by themselves. USA is not enough. We need all the countries to go together.
Yeah.
If you talk about the Middle East, if you talk about Asia, nothing is happening there.
Yeah.
So
I know, and it feels like it's overwhelming and the problem's so big, but you know,
I don't do even my part.
Well, I was going to say, you got to start with you, right? So you can't, for you to influence the other people around you, you need to do it first yourself. Be authentically an example of what you want them to do.
Yeah.
So you be vegan. You eat your good vegan food. You show them the alternatives. You show them the videos. Even if they don't want to watch it, you just press play and have it there on the TV, right?
Yeah.
And slowly over time, they might see, hey, you know what? My daughter, my sister, she's still alive. She hasn't died of a protein deficiency.
Yeah.
You know, she's still thriving. She's actually healthier
My
eating a
little
plant-based
sister,
diet.
the youngest one is 8 and she doesn't eat meat because we have a cat.
Right, okay, yeah. So she's
like-
made that connection.
Yeah, she was like, I don't want to eat meat. Like, it's like killing his friend, you know?
Exactly. So it's there. The compassion is there between you. And I think if you just do it and be consistent with it, people around you will be influenced.
Yeah.
So don't be turned off you doing it just because they're not doing it.
Yeah.
Okay? So take this with you. Watch these films.
Thank you so much.
You're
And
very
you know what?
welcome.
I really love this. Last winter, I think they were here.
Yeah.
And I bought my jacket for like 6 years ago with fur. I still use it, but I don't buy anymore. So I was walking here, and then I saw this and I was so ashamed, so I ran. I was like, they can't see me.
Yeah.
And I love the feeling of being ashamed. I think we need to be ashamed.
Yeah.
So that was great.
That's good. I'm so glad you've said that. It's important. And you know, if there was nothing wrong with wearing animals or eating animals or using them the way we did, then you wouldn't feel ashamed. There'd be nothing to feel ashamed about.
Yeah.
But we feel ashamed because we know that it's wrong. And we know that we have alternatives. We have another choice. And when we don't choose that other...
We choose beauty. We choose everything material over the environment. It's crazy.
And you can still look good. You can still have the beauty and the glamour using, you know, plant alternatives instead of animals. So
thank you.
Thank you. Give me a hug. I've had a bad night, so thank you for being a sound board of reason. You're welcome. Take care, love. Bye-bye.